Hey y'all, welcome back to the Decide Your Best Life mini podcast series. And today, when I was planning this one, very excited about this one. Because if you've ever watched my social media on Be Christina, you look at my stories every single day, I always tell you that each month I do 1 or 2 free clarity calls. And I talk about clarity being one of the most important things that there is in regards to mindset, living your best life, deciding it's your turn, because I feel like so many people aren't clear. And today I want to talk about clarity. I want to talk about why clarity is so important. I want to talk to you about, like, literally, it's essential. Clarity is essential. And if you are not clear, oftentimes you are feeling stuck, you are floundering, and that is not what I want for you. So if after this podcast, you're like, fuck me, I need some clarity, always reach out, and I will let you know when my next free clarity call is. And usually I am pretty open with taking these because I love getting to do them and I love getting to serve you who are listening, who are my humans. And so I'm so grateful for you. So if you ever have questions about complimentary, totally free clarity call, send me a message over on Instagram or text me at 501-222-3362. Clarity, essential. Here's how to get it. So I wrote this down so you know me. I'm not a big writer downer of things, but these mini podcasts, I have no time for bullshitting. So here we go. Here are 3 or 4 things you need to know about clarity. Number 1, I think the most important thing when it comes to clarity that most people don't do. Most people look outside of themselves when it comes to clarity. And the number 1 thing is, it's inside of you. Whether you believe in God, source, universe, doorknob, whatever it is, for me, I truly do believe no matter what you believe, what is your source, your God, it's inside of you. You know what you need to do. And if you are looking at the internet, asking other people, scrolling social media all day long, it is very hard for you to figure it out. I can really help you figure it out, but it's because you already know. I'm not giving it to you. I always say as a coach, my job is to give you nothing. My job is to give you the external perspective for what you already know and hold you accountable to actually doing it so you can decide to have the best life ever. So number 1, get still, get quiet, take the time, figure out either is journaling, meditating, walking, getting out in nature. You have it. It's that still small voice. I've already done a mini podcast on this, so go back and listen to the one on the still small voice. But that's the first thing on clarity is, like, you already know. Shut up the world and listen to yourself. The second way is, what makes you excited? I always say there's kind of 3 things to figure out, like, what you want to do. Number 1, what makes you excited? What gets you to be the lunatic that I am, where I could talk about mindset and joy and performance and, like, all of the things that I talk about day in and day out? What makes you that excited? What in your life makes you that excited? And do not tell me that you don't have something. And if you're going to tell me you don't have something that makes you excited, you damn well sure should book a call with me, because I will help you figure it out. I will pull that from you. So number 1, what makes you excited? Number 2, what could you talk about all day long? What could you talk about without being paid? If, like, you're sitting in a room full of, 20 people that you really enjoy, what is the one thing that you could talk about? Is it sports? Is it, art? Is it gardening? Is it, like, what is it? Podcasting? Is it knitting? Is it baking? Whatever it is, like, for me, I could talk about the power of the mind and how you literally have a choice to live the greatest life ever because you fucking decided. I could literally talk about this, and I have for 20 hours straight. I'm so passionate about helping people get over their bullshit. I'm so passionate about helping people reprogram their stories. I'm so passionate about all of the fact that, like, your life is created by your mind, and then your mind and your strategy combined is, like, oh my God, life changing. I could do this all day long. So what makes you turn into the lunatic like me? So that's the second thing. Number 3, write it out. Like, write out what it is that you think that you want to do. Pen to paper. I'm a big fan of pen to paper. I just don't want you just thinking about it. Like, when you think about something, it does not, like, there is actual science behind, like, thinking about something and getting a pen and writing it out. Now you can do it on your computer, you can do it on your phone, whatever, but I believe truly that like when you actually take a pen in your hand and start writing things down, it's almost like the shit that you are thinking comes out through the pen. And I know not everyone's a big journaler. I have to admit, I'm not a huge journaler. I have done it in times in my life, but I definitely write like small little notes. I'm more of a voice note person. So if journaling isn't for you, open up your voice memos on your phone. I tell clients to do this all the time and just start talking, just start verbal diarrheaing it and something will come out. I promise you. And sometimes when it's like, it's almost like the external perspective, like me as a coach, it's like you can, if you replay it and you listen to yourself talking, you might be able to pick something out. So clarity there. What's the next thing? Okay, the next thing is like, what are the beliefs and what are the barriers that you believe to be true that are holding you back from what it is that you actually want to do? So let's say you download something, you're like, you know what? I want to spend my days I'm looking at a big painting or the painting behind me. I want to spend my days painting. But then all of a sudden you're like, I'm not good at it. How would I ever sell it? It's going to take time away from the things that I should be doing, like all of the bullshit. Or I would never want anyone to see it. Or like, who am I to be doing this? I mean, there's so many beliefs and barriers that men and women have when it comes to clarity on what they actually do. And a lot of times it's, I'm not good enough, imposter syndrome. Who would ever do it? How is it ever going to make money? I should be spending my time doing something different. It's just all that stuff. But something that I've said for years is that like, I truly do believe, and this is a very much like, if you don't listen to Abraham Hicks, go check it out, send me a message. I'm happy to share, but it's very much like an Abraham Hicks thing, is that her belief is that when you are in the highest vibration, good things will come to you. So you stopping yourself from doing something that you absolutely fucking love because of the limiting beliefs, the stories, the behaviors, the patterns, what people are going to think, spending the money on it, the time it's going to take, taking away from your kids, all of the bullshit, that the beliefs and the habit that you have that is keeping you stuck or is not allowing you to have the clarity to move forward. That is the reason why you should be doing it. Because when you are in a good mood, when you are happy, when you have this peace in your soul, in your heart, that is literally when good things are attracted to you. And you guys, this is the law of attraction. This is like literal science. Think about it in the frame of like, I want you to think about when something really good has happened to you, or when you're in such a good mood. Think about how easy it is to like it's crazy town. Like when I am in the highest vibration, when I'm really concentrating on being like the absolute highest version of myself, where I'm so happy, where I'm doing things that I love, where I'm taking care of myself, it's like a fucking roller coaster. It's like almost like a slot machine. Things are coming to me like night and day. Like I'll get free clarity calls. I'll have a big opportunity. Someone will want me to speak at something. I'll like get this opportunity to do something else. Like it's just fucking bananas when I'm actually in the vibration of taking care of myself. And it all starts by me doing something that I want to be doing. So I'm in that highest vibration. Like I know it sounds so woo-woo if you're in the beginning of this, but perhaps you're someone who's like, I fucking feel that like to my absolute core, that like when I am taking care of myself and when I am enjoying myself, it's like things are easily flowing to me. And that's the state. That's a state that you want to continuously be in. So do the thing that you want to be doing, which is the painting. And then from that state, you'll figure out the next thing. The number one thing, I've already said it on this mini series of the number one things that stops people is you're thinking way too fucking far ahead. You're not thinking that I like painting, I'm going to paint. Instead, you're thinking about what is the time it's going to take? Is it going to take away from my family? Is it going to cost money? Who am I to be doing it? It might suck. I will never post it. So why would I do it? I can't hang it in my house. Like fucking all of the steps instead of the first step, which is I like painting. I'm going to paint. And then you can take step 2 and 3 and 5. And then at step 100, you might just fucking figure it out. But like the whole point is just take step 1, then step 2, then step 3. and literally pull yourself back the minute you're having that limiting belief, the minute that barrier comes up. Why are you doing it? Because you fucking like doing it. Like that is the first step, and then the second step, and then the third step. So honestly, the last thing that I would say when it comes to clarity is like, take an audit of your life. Look at your life. Look at the situation that you're in. What needs to fucking change? And then take that first step. I know you can't like garbage bag it all in one day, but you can at least sit back and be like, what is no longer serving me? What is no longer bringing me joy? What is one small change that I can make today that is going to improve my situation? And I promise you, if you start there, you will get closer 365 days from now, 5 years from now, 15 years from now. If you would have told me that, 17 years ago or however long it was, what is that, 15 years ago, when I first started doing this type of work, when I really first started getting clear on what I wanted, I knew that I did not want to be in the same situation. And I knew that there was other people out there that were happier than me. And I knew that I could figure out how to literally live in my God-given purpose. I knew that even then, I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I just knew that I had to do something different. And sure enough, 15 years later, here I am, one of the happiest people that you'll ever fucking meet, because I decided. I am helping other people, hundreds, thousands of people do the exact same thing. I am coaching people, performance coaching. I am speaking to audiences of thousands. I'm speaking at like literally Forbes freaking companies. It is bonkers. But it all happened because I got clear that I no longer wanted to be in the exact same situation that I was. And 15 years later, which sounds like a really long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's so short. Gosh, when you get to our age, I don't know who's listening to this. Maybe, hopefully you're only 20. Take my advice. Literally, oh my gosh, life is so, so short. Or maybe you're listening to this at 70. You can still make a choice. You can still make a decision to change, but you have to get clear. If you can't get clear by yourself, I promise I'm here to help you, and I would love to absolutely help you. So send me a message, feel free, reach out, anything that I can do to help, because I promise you, if you are willing to take that first step, if you are willing to invest in yourself, if you are willing to get clear, and if you are willing deciding to take action and have faith, the sky is the absolute limit. The sky is the absolute limit, but you have to be willing to make a change. So hope you guys enjoyed this one today on clarity, and I'll see you tomorrow.